Once upon a time, there was a man called Zoha. Zoha once mounted on his donkey while his son walked by his side. As they passed by another group of people, the people said, "Look at this inconsiderate father. He rides the donkey in comfort while his son is walking by him in the sun." Zoha heard them, stopped the donkey, dismounted, and let his son ride instead. They continued on, and as Zoha felt better about himself, they passed by another group of people. One of them said, "Look at the disobedient son. He rides while leaving his father to walk in the sun." Zoha heard them, stopped his donkey, and mounted it along with his son to save himself from people's criticism. They then passed by a people who said, "Look at these inconsiderate people. They do not have pity on the animal." Zoha then dismounted and said to his son, "Dear son, please descend." The son descended and began to walk by his father's side. They passed by some people who said, "Look at these two foolish people. They are walking whilst no one is riding the donkey. Why was the donkey created if not to be mounted on?" Zoha screamed and dragged his son. They sat beneath the donkey and lifted it upon their shoulders. "If I had been with him at the time, I would have said to him, 'Dear beloved, do as you please. Do not care about what others have to say.' Pleasing others is an unachievable objective." You will see people do not think thoroughly about their views before suggesting them to others. For example, one of them will come to you after you have been married and say, "Why didn't you propose to such and such woman? Why didn't you marry her?" At this point, you feel like erupting his face and saying, "Dear brother, I have already got married." End of discussion. No one asked you for your suggestions. Or you will find people, he would come to you after you have sold your car and say, "If only you were to have informed me earlier, so and so would have paid you more." You'd say in response, "Dear brother, enough. I have already sold my car, and that is the end of story. Do not distract me by making me look back." So you see, in life there are various kinds of people. Amongst them, you will find those who are sincere advisors but are not very skillful, and hence their approach saddens you rather than making you happy. Amongst them are those who are envious, people who actually intend to sadden you and make you grieve. Amongst them are those who do not know much, and hence they often do not know what they are saying. It would be better if such people were to remain silent. Amongst them are those whose nature is always to criticize, since they look at life through a dark set of goggles, as it were. So, what's the moral of the story? Ignore, leave, and let live. Do not punish yourself by caring others. So do not care about what people say. Do whatever please you and what it means to be right to do. That's for today. See you in the next story. Bye.